Hi students, good morning. I hope you all are good. Let's start our today's class. Welcome to Business Mathematics class. Okay, 1 week you got a leave, yes? You all enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed. So today onwards, again we are going to learn our subjects. So you please concentrate in your lessons. Understand? So 1 week before we stopped there in multiplication principle of counting. Yes, we are learning second chapter algebra. In that I taught you multiplication principle of counting. So I said in our next class we will start addition principle of counting. So today we are going to learn addition principle of counting. So our section name is addition principle of counting. Okay, so addition principle of counting. So first we are going to learn what you mean by addition principle of counting. Okay, all of you take your books, we can refer from your book. Okay, so here one example is given. Okay, let us consider the following situation in a class. Okay, let us consider one class. How many girls and how many boys are there? 10 boys and 8 girls are there. Okay. The class teacher wants to select either a boy or a girl represent the class in a function. Okay. The class teacher wants to select either a boy or a girl. Okay. Either. It's very important in addition principle of counting. Our objective is to find the number of ways that the teacher can select the student. Here the teacher has to perform either of following two jobs. Okay, so you know either. That's very important. So one student can be selected in 10 ways among 10 boys. Correct? So one way, there is one way how the teacher can select 10 boys are there. So 10 ways, 10 chances are there for selecting one boy. Okay, then girl, how many girls are there? 8 girls are there. So the teacher can select 8 ways among the 10 girls. Okay, so in multiplication principle of counting, there this either that chance is not there is. So now you know what's the difference between multiplication principle and addition principle. So in addition principle, we will add both the chances. So 10 plus 8, we will get 18 ways. Understand? So the definition is there. Please students, put the heading addition principle of counting in your notes and take down this definition to your notes. If there are two jobs, each of which can be performed independently, independently in m and n ways respectively, then either of two jobs can be performed. Either, that's very important. Either of two jobs can be performed in m plus n ways. There m into n, here m plus n. Okay, that's the difference. So let's move on to the question. I am reading the question from your book. You listen. Example 2.14. Okay, I am reading the question. There are 6 books on commerce. How many books on commerce? 6 books on commerce. Okay. Then 5 books on accountancy in a bookshop. In how many ways can a student purchase either a book on commerce or a book on accountancy? So either or the condition is there. So you know what's the principle we will use here? Addition principle of counting we will use. Okay, so solution. So how many commerce books are there? 6 commerce books. So out of 6 commerce books, a book can be purchased in how many ways? How many ways? 6 ways. Is it right? Then one more thing is there. What's there? Accountancy book. Okay. So how many accountancy books are there? 5 accountancy books. Am I right? So out of 5 accountancy books, a book can be purchased in how many ways? 5 ways. So what's the principle you will use here? Addition principle. So by addition, what principle of counting will use here? Either or, is it right? So addition principle of counting. How many total number of ways? The total number of ways. Ways of purchasing any one book. Any one book. What I said in addition property, any one book is m plus n, is it right? So 5 plus 6. How many ways? 11 ways. That's all. Okay, got it? Very easy. So here students, please, you want to listen here. Addition principle or multiplication principle. So don't confuse both the things. Okay. So here in addition principle means independent. That's the meaning. Okay. Is there any connection between commerce book and accountancy book? No. Both are independent. That's the meaning. Boys and girls both are independent. Okay. So in that condition we will use addition principle. Okay. But in multiplication principle that's not independent. Okay. That's the difference between both the principle. Have you got it? Okay. Let's move to the exercise. Questions, exercise 2.2. Okay. Exercise 2.2. Problem number 1. Find x if 1 by 6 factorial plus 1 by 7 factorial equal to 8 by x by 8. Listen here. Solution. Okay. How we will write this? First I am writing the given condition. What is given? 1 by 6 factorial plus 1 by 7 factorial equal to x by 8 factorial. Correct? Okay. So 1 by 6 factorial plus 1 by 7 factorial. How will you write in the form of 6 factorial? 7 into 6 factorial equal to x divided by, shall we write this 8 factorial as in the terms of 6 factorial? So 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. Okay. So what is common here? What is common here? 1 by 6 factorial. If you are taking outside, what will happen? 1 plus 1 by 7 equal to x by 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. So shall we cancel this 6 factorial and 6 factorial on both sides? Yes. So here you take the LCM. 7 plus 1 divided by 8 is equal to x by 8 plus 7. So what will happen? Cross multiply. 8 divided by 8 equal to x divided by 15. Otherwise you can cancel. So 1. So x is equal to 1 into 15 means x is equal to, sorry students, here we did a mistake. The LCM is 7s. Okay. So what will happen? 8 by 7 is equal to x by 15. Okay. So what will happen? Shall we cross multiply? 8 into 15 equal to 7 into x. So x is equal to 8 into 15 divided by 7. Okay. Listen here students. Here also into. We did a mistake. So 8 into 7 is. So 8 into 7. Cross multiply. So 8 into 7. Okay. So again I am doing. That is 8 divided by 7 is equal to x divided by 8 into 7. How much you will get? 8 into 7. Okay. Cross multiply. 8 into 7 is equal to 7 into x. So what will happen? X is equal to 8 into 7 divided by 7. This term will get cancelled. So x is equal to 64. This is the right answer. Do it very carefully. Here I missed the addition symbol. Because of that this went wrong. Okay. So I want to be very careful. So 1 by 6 factorial plus 1 by 7 factorial equal to x by 8 factorial. So here 1 by 6 factorial I took as common. So both the terms will cancel. Then 1 plus 1 by 7. So 7 is LCM. Cross it. So 7 plus 1, that is 8. In here 8 into 7, not plus. Okay. So here 8 into 7, just to cross multiply, you will get x is equal to 64. It's a very important 2-mark question. Okay, in example problem 1 I taught you. Same as this one. I hope you are already completed. I gave this as homework. So those who not completed, go through this. Understand? Okay, let's move to the next question. Second question. Evaluate n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial when n equal to 5 and r equal to 2. Solution. Here what they gave when n equal to 5, r equal to 2. So just we are going to substitute in the place of n as 5, r as 2, that's all. So n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial equal to 5 factorial divided by r value, r 2 factorial into 5 minus 2 whole factorial. Okay, that's equal to 5 factorial. How will you write? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Correct? Then 2 factorial. How will you write? 2 into 1. 5 minus 2, how much will get? 3 factorial. So 3 factorial. How will you write? 3 into 2 into 1. Cancel all the terms. What's the balance? 10. So what's the answer? 10. Understand? Very easy. Is it right? Okay. Let's move to next question. If n plus 2 whole factorial equal to 60 into n minus 1 factorial, find n. Solution. What is given condition? Given n plus 2 factorial equal to 60 into n minus 1 whole factorial. So n plus 2 factorial, how will you write? N plus 2 factorial, how will you write? I said this, it right? Previous is, so n plus 2 factorial means n plus 1 factor, n plus 2 into n plus 1 into previous term. We want to subtract 1. Okay, so 5 factorial means how will you write? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So here n plus 2 factorial means n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n minus 1. If we need n minus 2, again also we can write. Here n minus 1 factorial is there. So up to n minus 1 factorial we are going to write. So how will you change? N plus 2 into n plus 1 into n minus 1 factorial equal to 60 into n minus 1 factorial. So this term and this term get cancelled. So what's the balance? N plus 2 into n plus 1 into n equal to 60. Okay. So now 60 we can split and write, otherwise you can evaluate. Both also correct. So okay. So two ways are there. One way is if you can multiply each and every term and one cubic equation you will get, and afterwards we can factorize and we will find the value. That's risk. Okay. So we can use one small simple method. Okay. So 60, how will you split the 60? 5 times if I am giving means what we will get? 1 balance 2. Again shall I give for 3? 4. Yes. So I can split like this. That is 5 into 4 into 3. So n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n is equal to 5 into 4 into 3. Now I will explain why I am splitting as 5 into 4 into 3. You will have a doubt. Why ma'am you are splitting 5 into 4 into 3? We will split as 5 into 2 into 2 into 3 also we can split, Otherwise 12 into 5 we can split. No, you will have a doubt as. So I will clear your doubt. First thing is here n plus 2 is there. Okay. So if I am substituting for n as 3 means what will happen here? N plus 2 means 5 you will get. N plus 1 means 4 you will get. N as 3. Yes, correct. So you can equate each and every term. Yes. So because of that n plus 2 that is 5, n plus 1 that is 4, n value 3. So here from there directly you can take the value n equal to 3. Understand? We will equate that, we will find the value. So if you are substituting this side, what will happen? It will be get tally. You see here n for 3 if you give means 3 plus 2, 5 is 3 plus 1, 4. So 5 into 4 into 3 you will get. If you multiply both sides also 60 equal to 60. So our answer is correct. Got it? Because of that I took it. Okay? It's very easy. You can do like that. Okay? Okay. Let's move to the next question. I am reading the question from your book. I am not going to write here. You take your book and go through that. How many 5 digits telephone numbers can be constructed using the digits 0 to 9 if each number starts with 67 with no digit appears more than once. Keep it in mind, students. So here we are going to allot one 5-digit telephone number. Okay, the numbers are starting from 6, 7. Okay, so first 2 digits 6 and 7. Here only the possibility from 0 to 9. First 2 digits already they gave. So remaining digit in how many ways they can find, you need to find. So here multiplication property will use, is it right? So examples, many problems we did, say same method we are going to use. So first I am going to allot one box. So same steps we will follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5-digit number already first 2 digits gave. So remaining 3 digits you have to find. Okay. So I am going to write the steps. Okay. How much? That is, for how many digit number they say? 5 digits. So for the 5-digit number, is the number starts what they gave? The number starts with 67. So we need to fill the unit place you need to fill, then tens place you need to fill, 100 place you need to fill, correct? We need to fill unit place, tens place and hundreds place. Remaining 2 place they gave already. Okay. So first step is we are going to fill the unit place. So we are going to fill the unit place. So unit place can be filled up in how many ways? Already they said 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Totally from 0 to 9 numbers you can use, but already they used 6 and 7. So these 2 numbers you can't use. So how much remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So unit place can be filled in how many ways? In 8 ways. Understand? Then next we need to fill tens digits. Okay. So tens place can be filled in how many ways? Already I explained in examples. So here 8 ways they filled means maybe in the from the 8 numbers any one number I have chosen. So remaining how many numbers I can filled up with 7 ways. Okay, 7 ways. Since repetition is not allowed. Okay, that's very very important. Since repetition is not allowed. Okay, repetition not allowed. Okay. Then which digits? 100 digits. Okay. Hundreds place can be filled in how many ways? How many ways we can fill? Already 8 ways here we fill, 7 ways. So remaining 6 ways. So what principle we will use? By multiplication principle of counting. So multiplication principle of counting total number of 5 digits telephone number. Telephone numbers, is it right? So keep it in mind, students. Already here we allot one box. Here they gave already the 2 numbers, is it right? So here how many chances is there? 1. Here how many chances there? 1. So that also you need to consider when you are writing. So 1 into 1 into then tens place unit place 8 ways, tens place 7 ways, hundreds place 6 ways. So multiply 8 into 7 into 6, that is 336 ways. Got it? Okay. Seeing the question solution, we will think it's a essay. Yes, it's not an essay. So how you understand the question, according to that you can write the steps. Understand, children? So this one is very very important, but the steps also they will allot the mark for you. So steps are very very important. So how you are allotting According to that, you need to write the steps. So steps are very very important. So no need to mug up as an essay question. How you understand, like that you can write the steps. Okay, got it? So how you are filling the unit place, how you are filling the tens place, how you are filling the hundreds place, how you got the idea, according to that you can follow the steps. Understand, children? Okay. So finally one more question is there. So that also we will do today. Okay, fifth problem. Writing the question. How many numbers lesser than 1000 can be formed using the digits 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 if no digits is repeated. I am reading the question again. How many numbers lesser than 1000 can be formed using the digits 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 if no digit is repeated? There is no chance to get any digit as repeated. Okay. So any number less than 3 digit, that is less than 1000, will have how many digits are there? Less than 1000 means 3 digits, is it right? So 3 digit is there, 2 digit is there, whether? Yes. So less than 1000, they said simply less than 1000. So less than 1000 means we need to think 3 digit number is there, 2 digit number is there, 1 digit number is there. So each and everything you need to find. Okay. So first I am writing, that is any number less than 1000. 1000 will have, what are the numbers there will be? Will have 3 digits must be there, 2 digits number must be there, then 1 digit number must be there. Okay. So 3 digit must be there, 2 digit must be there or 1 digit. Okay. So first we are going to do as case. So case 1, case 2, case 3. So in case 1 I am going to find with 3 digits. So with 3 digits means, first 3 digit means what will happen? 3 digit means how many digits must be there? Hundreds place, unit place, sorry, hundreds place, tens place and unit place. So that one separately you need to find first. So first we are going to find the unit digit here. So unit place can be filled up in how many ways? See the question. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 they said, is it right? So if you have a doubt you can put by using a box. So here it's a unit digit, unit place, is it right? So 3 digit number is 3 digit number. So 3 digit number means 3 digits must be there. Unit place now I am going to fill. So unit place when I am filling, I will use the 5 numbers, is it right? So filled up in 5 ways. By what are the numbers we will use here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we have filled up by any one of the number. Then next what will you do? Tens place. Tens place can be filled up in how many ways? Here already 5 ways over. So how many ways? 4 ways. Yes. Repetition not allowed. Okay. Next what's the one more? Hundreds place. Okay. 100 place can be filled up in how many ways? Here 4 ways over. So how many ways? In 3 ways. Okay. So what principle you will use? Fundamental principle of multiplication. Total number less than 1000. how much? 1000 how much? 5 into 4 into 3. So how much? 20 into 3 means 60. Keep it as equation number 1. Okay. Next, which digit you will find? 2 digit. Okay, that is case 2. Two digits. So 2 digit means how many box? 2. So 2 digits means unit place is there. Okay. So unit place can be filled up in how many ways? 2 ways. Correct? So okay. So sorry, 5 ways. Totally 5 numbers must be there, no? Yes. Then tens place, how you will fill? Tens place can be filled up in how many ways? 4 ways. So how will you do here? Number of 2 digit number. How will I find the 2 digit number? 5 into 4. So how much you will get? 20. Take it as equation number 2. Okay. Next case, what's the next case? Case number 3 with how many digits? With 1 digit. Okay. So 1 digit means how many chances are there? There are 5 chances. Okay, 5 chances. Okay. So total by fundamental theorem of if you need you can write fundamental principle of multiplication. So how many ways are there? 5 ways. So this is 3. So from 1, 2 and 3. So total number of numbers less than 1000. What are the numbers? 60 plus 20 plus 5. How many numbers? 85. Numbers less than 1000 using the according to the given question you can understand. So how many numbers less than 1000 by using the digit? You don't think ma'am less than 1000 there is only 85 numbers, you will have a doubt. Yes, no. So using that 5 6 7 8 one condition is given in your question, using that condition we have found out the numbers. Okay children, have you got it? Okay. Now I think that you got a good idea in fundamental principle of counting as well as addition principle of counting. Okay, let's recall today's portion again. So first we learned the addition principle of counting. There I taught you what is addition principle of counting. That is m plus n ways either or, that is independent. Okay, that's it. Keep it in mind. So here in addition principle of counting we will add. In principle of fundamental principle of multiplication we will multiply. Okay, that's the difference between both. Okay, so here we have learned only one question in addition principle of counting. Then I have give all the exercise problems. Children, this exercise 2.2 first problem I gave homework that day. I have a doubt maybe you completed or not, because of that I gave this today. So those who not completed, do it, because this is very important problem. In example one problem I taught you that day. So that question and this one is very important. So this one you will learn. Okay, then second problem, third problem, it is very easy. That also this third problem often they will ask for 2 mark questions. So this is important. Then this fourth problem, seeing that problem you don't have to write. Thing is very easy. So how you understand, like that you can follow the steps. Okay. So this problem 1000 less than many students they will do the mistake where means only they will find the 3 digit and they will leave. Okay, no. So less than 1000 means there must be a 3 digit number, there must be a 2 digit number, there must be a 1 digit number. Okay, so keep it in mind. So everything you need to find, finally you need to add all the 3. Okay, so even afterwards you will get the answer. Okay, so this section over. So I will meet you again in the next class with a new topic, permutation. Okay, so next class we will learn what you mean by permutation. Okay, so that is section number 2.3. We will go through we will start in the next class. Okay students, be safe. So today you have no homeworks for you. So this everything you take down your classworks. So next class I will meet you with a new topic. Okay students, bye, be safe, learn thoroughly, don't leave anything. Each and everything is very important. These things and all we will use in competitive exams and all. So this one is very important section. So don't leave this one. Learn everyday portion. Do your homeworks thoroughly. Maintain your classworks. We will meet in the next class.